Hey, Cal. Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. I had a question. So over the Sabbath, I was thinking about how in Acts 5:30 it says, "Whom ye slew and hung on a tree,"
Hmm.
but then it like from what we know, Yahushua died on a cross. So what? How do I exactly explain that?
Okay, real quick. I'll answer it real quick. Okay. First and foremost, before I get into it, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rokak double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing this truth and sincerity all over the earth. And real quick, it's going to be real quick. For the woman that was asking, how do you know? How do you differentiate the two? Okay. And it's a real simple, easy answer. You look up the words. You look up the words, okay? Now, the question is, how does she differentiate between the two, right? So they're going to start off right here. We're going to go Acts. This is going to get straight to the point. It's going to be a super short video. Acts 5:30, right? It says, the Most High of our fathers raised up Yahushai, whom ye slew and hanged on the tree, right? It says, him hath the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to go down to the blue letter. And we say it all the time. You people have to look up stuff. You have to look up. You have to go into the original language. Stop listening to the false prophet. How do you tell somebody it's a false prophet? When they don't want to go into the original language that the text was written into. Because that's how you get the full context of what's going on by going into the Greek, the Latin, the Hebrew. You have to go into the original words because the original words have different meanings than what you just see in English. I believe that's called a transliteration. Is when you're taking words, from one language and you're making it you're making it one. You're translating that from the original language to a different language, but you might have to use like different type of words to make it that word. I might be saying that wrong. If I'm wrong, slack you on that, and you can correct me. So it's something like that. I might be saying it wrong. I might be on the right track, but I might be wrong. But if I am wrong, please correct me. So right here, when you go to word hanged, the word is Kremanumi.
Strong's G 2910.
Kremanumi.
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 Right? This is Acts 5, right? It says to hang up, suspend. That's just what that is. To suspend. Right? When you hang something, up, it is also suspended sometimes, depending on whatever you're hanging up. Right? And also it says to be suspended to hang, right? And it also says used of one hanging on a cross, right? So that's what that means here. So that's how you differentiate. Now, in an example, when you go to about Judas Iscariot in Matthew the 27th chapter, which we're going to read this, right? We're going to be real quick. Like I said, it's going to be real short because it's a real simple and easy answer. You don't need no long 5-hour breakdown video for this. You need to start in you other camp. That's what the other camps don't teach you. They don't teach you to go into the language sometimes, man. Now I don't know who she obviously watches IUSPK. If she see calling in to talk to Captain Zaryak to ask a question about what she was thinking about on the Sabbath, or whatever the case may be. So obviously you probably watch them. You probably watch a whole bunch of different groups, and that be the problem because you watching all these different Israelites, and you try to get you think the Lord gave the portion of the truth that this group has 10%, then this group has 9, then this one has 90, and this percent, then this group has 5. No, man. You're trying to watch all these different Israelite groups. They all have different doctrines. When you're watching these different groups, they have all different doctrines. And then what goes on is you watch these videos, right? You watch these videos from these other people. They have different doctrines, and you hear one thing from one, and you hear another thing from another, and then you get confused. And then what happens? You start asking questions. because you confused because this one group told you the mark of the beast wasn't the chip, and this other group told you mark of the beast is sin, and this group said marking the beast is sleeping with white women, and you heard three different things. You don't know which one to believe. People need to focus on who is giving you the truth. Stop listening to the false prophets, man. Anybody, I'm not even gonna get into that, right? That's another video for another time. Now let's get the Judas Iscariot example, right? It says Judas remorse. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Like I said, it's gonna be a super short video. Matthew 27:5 now, right? It says, and he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself, right? Now, did Judas Iscariot put himself on the cross? No. Now you see, it's a different word.
Strong's G 519. Apagho. Apagho.
Apagho. To throttle, strangle, in order to put out of the way or kill. To hang oneself, to end one's life by hanging. See, to hang oneself. So what's the way you can hang yourself, right? You do it through a tree, or you do it whatever the case may be, right? There's multiple different ways or multiple different places you can hang yourself. But this is completely different. How he hung himself, it's not how Yahushua got hung. It's not the same thing. He was crucified and put on the cross. Judas Iscariot hanged himself. Right? Strangle around the neck. So it's different. All you got to do is just go look up the word hanged, hung, or whatever the case may be, and you understand the context of what's going on. Listen, you understand the context of what's going on. You go into the blue letter. Sometimes the blue letter does go off, so sometimes you might have to go reference Google or look up the origins of the word. You can also do that on Google, okay? You look up the word, and you find out what definition, because some words have multiple definitions, right? So some words, what you're going to have to do is read the definitions, understand the context of what's going on in the scriptures, okay? And then what you do is you apply the best definition, that one that fits the best towards what's going on, because all the definitions is not going to all mean the same thing, because they're going to have different ones. So you apply the one that makes the most sense, right? And that's all you do. You just look up the word so you can get context. Use the blue letter. Use your discernment, all right? And I wasn't making the video to get on you, whatever the case may be. That's just a quick edification. If you ever come across your feed, that's how you differentiate between the two. That's how you do that. And that's it. That's very simple. So that's the difference. That's how you tell the difference between the two. When you're talking about Yahushua, it's talking about hanged, and also it says on the tree. And the tree, when you just go to tree, let's go to that real quick. When you just go to the tree, only thing you got to do is go to the definition, and it tells you it's just wood. That's all it is. And then also it also says as a beam for which one is suspended, a gibbet, a cross. Also that too. So it can mean that, or it can also just mean wood. That's all it is. That's all that it means. All right. So that's it. Hopefully that's edifying. Straight to the point. Also, I don't know. I'm just gonna address this now too, or I might try to make another video. No, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm probably not gonna make another video to it. Maybe if the spirit allows, maybe I might go into it. But Captain Zariak also said in this video, at the 8-minute mark, that sleeping with white woman is going off, which we say this over and over and over again. You being with other nations is not going off. You being with other nations is not going off. It is not a sin for you to have a woman of the other nations. And then the only thing that people go to is Deuteronomy 7:3, and then you just go to these scriptures. Don't give your sons to their daughters and your daughters to their dad. And you don't understand that at particular times, the Most High didn't want the Israelites mingling with other nations. Because there's a time that I'm reading now. I'm reading in the Apocrypha. And Esdras, at the time Esdras, under I think it was Darius. I think Darius times, or the I can't say his name. Atraxes, or so, however you say his name. Under one of them two, that the Israelites was repenting of themselves because they had strange women. At particular times, the Most High didn't want the Israelites dealing with strange women. That does not mean that it's a sin to have the women. You can't use that and be, oh, see, brother, you don't want you to deal with the nations, brother. And then Deuteronomy 7 is not even what. See, you people. I might make a video, but I just wanted to address that point if the video doesn't happen. But just going off. So that's it. That's how you differentiate between the two.